Hi, my name's Adam and I run Real Film, which is a video production and animation company. And we work for brands and SMEs all over the UK and into Europe. We also have a second business, which is Harrogate Film Festival, which is a really exciting event where we do film experiences, film workshops, and an independent filmmakers competition for filmmakers all over the world. It gets people together for 10 days and lots of fun, lots happens. Come along. So what I do as a job, day to day, really, I'm overseeing the company of the day-to-day operations, whether that's production, finance, marketing, sales, dealing with some of our supply chain, dealing with the team, dealing with clients, and really that's one of the main things that I do. I deal with clients, I'm speaking to clients day to day about jobs that are in production, jobs that are coming up, recapping jobs that have happened, and just making sure everything's working for them. So everything that we're doing are to the standards that they should be, it's working in line with their strategy, and basically everything is going as smoothly as it can be. The other thing I work on a lot is our vision. So it's our vision, the future, what does it hold? What does the business look like in a month, 3 months, a year, further than that? And I work a lot on them bringing that vision to reality. The truth is, my job is time pressure and time pressured. I don't have time to fit everything into the day that I'd like to do, but it's really fun. No day's different, there's always stuff to do. And I guess one of the other main things in my job, across all that stuff, is problem solving. Things happen, you've got to learn how to deal with things, deal with issues, and everything comes with problems, but ultimately it's how you get through it and come out the other side that is best. So how I got into it and into doing this, I had no ambition to be a business owner. I was at school, I was 16, and I'd just gone into sixth form. Never picked up a camera, never made a film, loved films, watched films. I used to go to Asda on a Monday morning and buy a DVD for a tenner because that was the day they normally came out and the latest release. But I got into sixth form and I took A-level media and I loved it. I loved having the camera, getting in the edit and just making films from start to end. So I kept doing that, and then when I left school I decided not to go to university. I did go to university, but I went to the Open University. So I learnt while I was aiming to work, and that's the advice that I'd had from people in the industry. And also from my teachers, one of my teachers worked in film prior to teaching and told me that's the best way to do it. So that's what I decided to do, but I wanted to get a degree at the same time. So I started working in TV. I did loads of work experience, did stuff for free, and I started getting some jobs in TV, and I worked on shows like Snog, Marry, Avoid, Dickinson's Real Deal, Big Ballet. I did some stuff for The One Show, and that was a real learning experience. I worked on about 30 different shows across 2 years, and I was able to watch different producers, directors, camera operators, soundies, just loads of different people, and see really good things they did, but also see some of them the really bad things that they did, and try and hone my skills and just learn from them. But when I was back home, I was doing some stuff generally for free or for not much money, making films for some local businesses, so people that I knew. And I loved it. It was from start to finish, me making something with them, and I loved doing a bit of everything. I ended up getting so busy that by 20 I set up Real Film, which is my video production company today. And I kind of haven't looked back since. It was something that I loved doing, and by 22 I was full-time. So it took 2 years to get to full-time, and by 23 I was employing people. And today we're a team of 7 people, just about to become 8, and we've got big plans for the future, which is great to have. It's an exciting time. And I've transitioned from filmmaker to business owner, and that's something I was quite comfortable with. That's something I really enjoy. I really enjoy running a business. And yeah, that's my story. That's kind of how I went from picking up a camera to being where I am today. Some skills for my role that you need. Leadership is definitely one. Whether it's a client, a supplier, a member of the team, you need to see people through our process. People have problems, issues come up. I mentioned problem solving. You need to show leadership to get through different things and get through different issues and guide people in the right way. Something else you need is empathy. People have problems, issues come up, it's not always people's fault, most times it's not people's fault, things just happen, and a basic understanding. But also empowering people, so letting them take the lead, letting them take the reins, letting them better themselves, letting them train, letting people work together. That's a really, really key part of the role. Letting people be creative as well and come up with ideas. That's the best way to let people flourish, and then not only does it grow them, but it also grows the business, and it grows what we do, and then clients like our work more, and then more and more clients come, and ultimately that's how a business should grow. And a big thing is risk taking as well. You aren't going to get into a position of running a business without risk taking, and even getting further in your career, you've got to take some risks. So what's a typical day like? Every day is different. We filmed in a helicopter above London. We filmed across Europe. We animate different things every day, whether it's a 2D animation, a whiteboard, 3D. We travel all over the country, and then all the way to filming at the local accountants. Every day is different. We work in tons of different industries, and it's fast-paced, but it's really, really fun. And how do you start a career? So starting a career in our industry, there's lots of different paths. And there's lots of different sectors to film and TV as well. So you have corporate filmmaking, you have TV, you have cinema, you have music videos, you have documentaries. There's loads and loads of stuff out there. But roles to look out for are things like runner, production assistant, junior motion designer, junior animator, junior editor. They're the kind of roles that you need to look at to start in your career. Roles like creative director, producer, camera operator. Don't go for them. You need experience behind you. You need to learn from these people, and you need people to tutor you before you start getting into roles like that. But the different roles that you can get into our industry are things like director, producer, production manager, camera operator, sound recordist, editor, motion designer. And then there's a whole side of people that aren't even in production. So client account managers, marketing people, finance people, HR people, legal people. These are things that the film world needs. So pretty much what you want to get into, you can. We even work with a company that provide dogs to us. It's a casting agency, and there's a vet that comes along, and they do things just for TV. So there's lots and lots of different sectors and different roles you can take within the film industry. Who do we work with? We work with loads of different industries. So we work with a steel firm, a pet food company, a holidays company. We work with a load of agencies. We work with a fabrics company. We work with engineering companies, manufacturing, accountants, professional services, schools, you name it, we work with them. And the people we generally work with in those companies are the marketing managers or the marketing department. Someone in communications who has got a message they either want to say to other businesses or customers, is in the general public, or internally within the company itself. We help companies communicate those messages. We sometimes work with the CEO or the managing director, depending on the size of the company, but in general, our port of call is the marketing department. In terms of a career path, as I say, I didn't go to university the traditional way. I went to the Open University. But the truth is, you could do that. You could do long distance learning. You could go to university. You could do an apprenticeship. You could get to college. You could get stuck in and get straight into our industry and take on a job role. Truth is, there's no right way. It's what's right for you, and think about your options. Our industry, though, does very much count on experience and who you know, as opposed to theory and what you know. That comes with time, but you learn on the job in our industry. So to give you an idea, when we have people come in for jobs in production in our industry, we don't even look at their education. We don't really care. What we care about is the attitude. Is this person willing to learn, willing to work, and willing to get on as a team and be a sponge and take that stuff up and grow their career and really muck in? That's what we want. We want someone who is just got the right attitude. Having said that, again, getting a degree is not a bad thing. So do what's right for you. It doesn't put you back. It doesn't put you in jeopardy or anything like that, but it's worth just thinking about your options. And a fun fact about our industry, I think one thing is everything isn't what they seem. We do a lot of tricking, a lot of things that you'll wonder how we filmed it. A lot of things that we might get one angle and you wonder how we got the other angle because there was a wall there. And we do a lot of things that, yeah, you don't know how we did it, but you've got to come to work in this industry to find out.